Hi, I'm Renee.
And I'm Anthony, and we are the channelers, healers, and voices behind Blue Soul Earth. We connect to higher levels of consciousness to bring forth divine energies, to teach ancient wisdom, and to heal.
These energies that we access from higher dimensions largely consist of the ascended masters that humanity across cultures know really well. They are many, but they speak collectively as one voice. And for the sake of simplicity, we simply call them our spirit team.
And how we channel as a couple is quite unique. Divine energies come through Renee's crown chakra, through her solar plexus, and into my solar plexus chakra, through my crown chakra, and back up. And it forms a three-dimensional triangle, which is used to teach and to heal.
Now these energies flow back and forth, a bit like an infinity eight. And the symbolism behind why and how this happens is pretty profound.
It's accessing divine feminine energies and divine masculine energies and weaving them together as one energy to teach and to heal.
Now, for our Blue Soul Wisdom series, we're actually going to be channeling different topics in roughly 10 to 15 minute segments.
So if you're just starting out on your spiritual journey,
or if you'd simply like to access higher levels of consciousness,
or you would like to take your healing practice to the next level,
then join us.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anthony.
And I'm Renee. And we're here today to talk about oneness, but also individuality. This is the idea that we are all individuals and yet part of the whole. Imagine in the universe that we are part of all of universal consciousness and energy, and yet we maintain our own individuality. We will be bringing forth some of the work of Tim Freke. He's written a ton of books, and this is his latest one, Deep Awake, Wake Up to Oneness and Celebrate Your Individuality. Shortly, we're going to bring forth our guides, and we will channel the information and hear what they have to say about oneness and what they have to say about this philosophical viewpoint from Tim Freke. So as Anthony begins to connect to our guides, I wanted to read some excerpts from Tim's book, Deep Awake. I'm choosing the section where he talks about the spacious presence of awareness. One of the most profound teachings found at the mystical heart of all spiritual traditions is that essentially you don't exist in the world. Your deepest being can't be seen or heard or touched because it has no form. This assertion, which so many ancient traditional religions also speak of, is that it's really we are eternal. We are all eternal, and our soul is what lives on. Tim asks, stop imagining that you are just the physical body that you appear to be, and instead, imagine yourself to be the spacious presence within your experience that is arising.
It is always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia. Thank you for receiving us.
Hi guys, it's so great to have you here tonight.
We like that color. It suits you well.
Thank you.
One of the earth, but also of heaven. Beautiful.
Thank you. So we're here to chat about our friend, Tim Freke, who's an amazing philosopher, writer, author, teacher, and his book, Deep Awake. So this is about this deep sense of awareness and presence that he writes about. So let's speak to the I and to the all.
Is that to be confused with the ego?
Well, why don't you speak to both?
He is speaking about the I. First of all, the I, as you capitalize it in English, je, yo, eo, io. As we said, the capital I in English, io in Italian, je, eo, eu, whatever you want to say, ik, ek. That I about what you're speaking, he's referring to consciousness, but not the soul. He's referring to the consciousness of the individual. The consciousness of the individual, the I, if you will, is not just individual consciousness floating around like a bunch of clouds, but they are individualized but connected to the whole as well. You are human beings, have not yet acquired that formless shape, but we will tell you this, that the soul or the consciousness itself is formless. So yes, he is correct in that aspect. You truly are, you all are formless beings in a sense.
Because we're just energy after all, and these bodies are only temporary.
Yes, that is correct. When the body decides to no longer function, the consciousness will go back to where it is, but the soul will continue to move and exist. Now, if the soul decides to take on that consciousness from this particular life, it can access it through what you refer to as Akash, or the Akashic records. It's always there.
The depository of information that we as human beings at a soul level can access about our soul's journey in this lifetime and every other lifetime that it has taken.
That is correct. That is the consciousness, or the individual consciousness from every life, every existence that you have upon this earth plane, and others as well. For that each planet, each system has its own Akash. And as a soul, you can gather that consciousness, that individual source of energy as you once were, and use it to learn, if you will.
You can also access the collective consciousness as well.
Yes, you can, if you choose. The collective consciousness is exactly who you are as well.
How do we access the collective consciousness and its memory bank, if you like, as well as its collective knowledge? Is it a bit like data stored in the cloud?
A little bit like that, yes. So let's speak about you as a human being wishing to collect or connect to the collective consciousness. So you know you have your individual consciousness, but you wish now to collect or connect to the collective consciousness. How do you, as a human being, go about doing that? That is a good question. You wish that we tell you, and we've told you so many times before, and we will tell you again. There is no one way to connect to the universal consciousness. It all depends on the prime energy that runs through you in this particular lifetime.
Each soul chooses a prime energy that it wishes to be in a particular lifetime.
That is correct. Each soul decides what type of energy it would like to project or to be in one, or we could say in this particular lifetime. You have chosen to be an energy that is referred to as Gaia. That is a very big energy because that is a creatrix energy and it takes on everything. Anthony has decided to be much more of an angelic realm type of energy, and that is the energy that shows up in his prime soul source at this time. Now, how do you connect to the collective consciousness? That is not an easy question to answer. Again, everybody wants the keys to the universe. That is, they want the key, they wish to put it into the ignition or the hole, turn it, start it, and be connected. But it doesn't work that way. You and Anthony know that better than anybody because you have already taught your students that you must sit, meditate. You must first find your prime energy. It is through the prime energy that you will be able to connect to the universal consciousness.
Why does it need to be through your prime energy in this particular lifetime to be able to connect to that consciousness?
because it is what your soul desires. It is what your soul has desired to learn in this particular lifetime. It is what your soul is saying to you, I need to understand what is it like to be of a galactic energy in this lifetime so that I can understand what that energy and frequency and vibrational pattern is all about.
But on the human plane, in this particular dimension, in this particular timeline, if you like.
That is correct. Yes. How did you know that? Yes, we taught you, didn't we? That is correct. So your energy of your soul is saying, it is this particular timeline that I wish to understand what my consciousness is experiencing.
So is our consciousness a projection, or is this human existence on the earth plane in the here and now a projection, or both? You say that we are merely projections.
We say that when you look in the mirror, what do you see? A projection of yourself. Now, you wish to know these things. Are you truly projections of something that seems to be real, but in essence is not? You are. We don't wish to burst your bubble, but we're going to right now. We are going to tell you that you are like something that you refer to as a matrix of energies. That you are a projection or a dream-like state having a experience. And we want to say a beautiful experience if you can project that. If you can have the perception of having a beautiful experience.
That's what will be manifested.
That is correct. That will be manifested if that's what you desire, if that is what your projection is. Now, how do you connect one with consciousness if you're just a projection? Well, that's even easier because all you need to do is have the intention to do it. And therefore you do. You must again open yourself up, understand your prime energy as a soul, and then take that energy as your soul and connect it directly to your consciousness. And that way, again, you become one. You organize it in order. And then you connect to source consciousness. You see, everything comes back to the one. The oneness, the equality of everything. It's that you, as human beings, have forgotten that. And it is a lesson now for the soul to have the experience of connecting oneness, the consciousness again, as one with source energy or source.
And with the whole, with the source energy as one and the source energy as all.
Yes, that is correct. And now that the human beings are going through this awakening period, you are delving deep inside and then finding your oneness with source consciousness. That's all it is, really. It's quite a unique experience. Many people are going through such incredible fear, and we understand that by the death of the body now is happening in thousands of you. But there is a reason for that. You are literally going through an ascension process, an awakening now. As painful as it might be, like the baby being born through the canal of a woman. The cry of the first breath is like the ascending now of what you're doing. It can be quite painful. But when you breathe in the first breath of oneness, you will never go back again to the birth canal. Do you understand?
Why be separate when we can be connected?
Exactly. Why go back to the place that you once were when you can feel the connectiveness of the whole?
Beautifully put.
Thank you, Gaia, for having us again.
Thank you.
We will take leave now.
Okay, thank you for coming.
It is always our honor to be in your presence, Gaia, and to have us. We want to thank you as well for having us. As we say, we shall say again. Om is the sound of the universe. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace be with you, and peace you are. We will leave now.
Okay, thank you. So our guides are leaving now, and as they take leave and Anthony begins to come back into the present form and his present body in the here and now, we'd love to hear your thoughts on what we covered today and what our guides spoke about. Another great book of Tim's is Soul Story, which talks a lot about some of the things that we spoke of today. The soul story, the soul stream of our data and our consciousness being stored in the cloud, if you will, is a good analogy. So we would love to hear your thoughts, and anything that we didn't cover that you'd like us to cover, please let us know. And Anthony is back.
Thank you again for joining us. We enjoy your presence.
Thanks. Cheers. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.